Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys Podcast. I'm sitting here with the guy that puts irritable and irritable bowel syndrome. It's Ben Soffer.
I am irritated, but I'm incredibly excited because, folks, you know him and you love him in New Girl. He's currently nominated for an Emmy for his work in Fargo. We're all pulling for him. He has his own fantastic podcast that he does with his wonderful co-host, an actor and comic in his own right, called Lamorne that we just did, and it was an absolute hoot. It's Lamorne Morris and Kyle Shevrin. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. How was that intro? Pretty good, right?
That was unreal,
that
dude.
Was good. Well, he called me Lamone.
I think it was
no. You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear me. It's Zoom. I
heard you body roll. You went like this. You went Lamone.
Dang.
Lamone.
My nickname. That was my college nickname.
That's hell.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one.
Lamorne, promise. That's what I said. Not Lamone.
You're Italian now, Lamorne.
Hey,
Lamone.
Lamone.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten like any kind of sexy nickname from someone.
Really?
Just fat.
Well, some people are
Fat
into that.
is a good one.
That's sexy.
Fat. Yeah, fat.
Yeah, that was what I got usually through most of my childhood.
That's what my wife. That's what my wife gave me early on. She's like fat.
But you were out there making love.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, big time. No, there's more to love.
Exactly.
Ben and his wife are separately two of the greatest people there is, and together make an incredible couple. But would you say, Ben, that you guys sometimes have a bit of a Jeff Garland, Susie Essman type vibe?
I love
like Curb Your Enthusiasm vibe.
We are Frank and Marie from Everybody Loves Raymond. Like
I
that's
love
us.
that. I love that.
That's us. That's our vibe. Like it's just we love it. Love. But yes, 100%.
Well, tell us about your podcast. We just did it. It was incredible. And how'd you guys meet? Give us a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've told this story before, but I moved to LA from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And when I first got out here, like the nerd I was, I went to the library and I went to go grab this book. I think it was like How to Attract Women in the Workplace or something. And this like mocha chocolate hand reached for the same book at the same time. And I looked up and it was Lamorne. He was the first person I met in LA.
Hold on. Yeah, mocha chocolate.
Yeah.
I see.
Checks out.
See?
Beautiful.
That's how you know the story's
Beautiful
true.
hands. Beautiful hands.
But no, we met what, like 11? I think we're on year 11 now.
Yeah. We met at a bar, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing, not like Grindr, but
No.
similar circumstance. We were both there with different groups of people. Kyle had just moved here.
Yep.
And I was leaving, and he stopped me and was like, "Hey, dude, I'm a comic, I'm a writer. You know, what's up, dude? Like, I'm just moving out here. If you ever need like help with anything." And I think at the time we're all writing partners, so we were like looking for someone like a scribe, if you will, someone that could, you know, just kind of hang out and like take notes or whatever.
Like a writer's assistant.
Yeah, like a writer's assistant. But it turns out he was just as funny as all of us. So it was one of those things where we're like, oh man, welcome to the fold, and hazed him a little bit. We made him do weird stuff in music videos for a little while.
Yeah.
And then look at him now.
Wow.
Vested up.
So is that a good reason to shoot your shot, Kyle?
I feel like you always shoot your shot. You should always shoot your shot.
I mean, you won. You shot, and now you live with the man.
Ben, you're going to start shooting your shots. We know. You're starting a family soon. I just felt I was so naive and so new to LA and like didn't really know kind of how this industry worked or whatnot. So, you know, I literally had just seen Lamorne on an episode of New Girl, and it was so weird. It was like one of the first people I saw from kind of like from TV. And then I don't even know why. I just said something. And then we just started talking, and like each project kind of got a little bigger and a little bigger. And now we're on year 12 of our friendship, and we're like a griddled CTE ridden NFL player.
Yeah.
Veteran.
No benefits.
OGs with bad knees.
Yeah. So yeah. And the reason we started the podcast is because we're always just talking shit every day anyway. So we're like, why don't we just start recording this thing?
Yeah.
And he's done everyone and anyone's podcast.
Yeah.
So it was like just time.
It just made a lot of sense, you know, especially in this day and age where everyone's so opinionated about politics, race, sex, religion, all these different things, and we're like, meh. We don't draw hard lines anywhere. We're just kinda we're like, all right, let's just have some fun. Let's kind of mock a lot of these things. Let's interview folks and not necessarily talk about the things that they're like known for so much. You know what I mean? Because, you know, for us, like for me, when people interview me sometimes, it's great too, because it's usually about something that I'm working on, which, you know, as performers, we're very passionate about the stuff that we're doing. So I want to talk about it. But then sometimes on a podcast, you want to kick your feet up and talk shit about conspiracy theories. People didn't know that. Like, there's a lot of stuff when I'm like watching certain podcasts. Like, I didn't know that about that person, because on a traditional like news outlet, you won't learn that about them. So we want to kind of, you know, talk shit about nothing, things that don't actually matter that much. You know?
What's a conspiracy theory you're hot on right now?
Ooh.
What's tickling your, you know?
Oh man, I've been watching a lot of Ben Carson lately. And,
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson.
Is that the guy who ran for president?
He did. Yeah, he ran for.
Was it Ben Carson I'm thinking about?
Was he the one who he's got the pizza joint?
Doctor.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other guy who had the pizza joint.
No,
Herman
Cain is a pizza joint.
Hold on, let me see. Who am I thinking about?
No, isn't Ben Carson
Godfather
the doctor that ran for president? Isn't that who?
Yes,
Dr.
Ben Carson.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of Ben Carson. Who am I thinking about? What's the guy's name?
Graham Hancock?
Ben Shapiro. You're a big Ben Shapiro guy, Lamorne.
You're listening to a lot of Dr. Ben
What's the guy? What's his name?
Are you thinking about Graham Hancock?
Not Graham Hancock, the black dude. What am I thinking? The black conspiracy theorist guy?
There's so many.
Not Dr. Umar Johnson.
There's just so many. It's my whole YouTube algorithm.
It's not Ben Carson.
No.
Ben Davis.
Wait, let's see. Oh, watch. Wait.
Oh, wait. Cat Williams?
I mean, close.
Cat Williams.
I feel like we're getting warmer, no?
What is his name?
Motherfucking chemtrails. Yeah. It's motherfucking chemtrails.
You see the problem that motherfuckers have. Oh, damn it. I forget. Damn it. Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
What's Ben Carson up to, though? I'm so glad you brought him up.
Definitely spreading some conspiracy theories.
Man, I haven't thought about him at all.
My YouTube. My YouTube might tell me who it is.
It is crazy how sometimes, you know, those people get all the way up to like running for president and then they don't win and then you just never hear from them again.
Right.
You're like, where are they? And I don't know where he is.
Yeah,
great question.
Yeah, like, where's baseball Mitt Romney? Like, I miss that guy. He's around. He's kicking around.
He's jet set in somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the black dude who does the conspiracy theories?
Dude, there's so many.
What about the guy, Riley Martin? Remember Riley Martin from the Howard Stern show?
Riley Martin, no.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember
Beetlejuice. Riley Martin, basically, his whole thing was that he had contact with aliens, and he'd be like, "Hello, I'm Riley Martin," and like it was pretty good.
Are you good at impressions?
I'm not really.
Okay.
But my issue with conspiracy theories is, and my friends who are really into it, I want to be like, the problem is, if you're right, I have to stop believing in everything I've ever believed in ever.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I got super into like time travel kind of recently. And Stephen Hawking did a experiment where he said, like, he put out a
Did you figure it out,
tweet-
Lamorne?
Billy Carson.
Billy? Who the heck is that? Is that the
Billy
ShamWow
Carson.
guy?
No,
That's Lando Calrissian.
That's Billy D.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
Billy D. Billy Carson. He's always on Rogan. He's always on these different people's podcasts. He's with Graham Hancock.
You just said Ben Carson again.
Billy Carson.
Yeah, okay.
Billy Carson. Sorry.
I need a photo of this guy.
So to rewind, yes. I'm big on ancient alien civilizations and about how what we think we know, even though I don't believe that, but what we think we know of our origin, it's not accurate. That we come from aliens. That'd be so great if that were the case, because it would be fun to think about.
I love that conspiracy theory. That conspiracy theory is perfect because for us to think, I always think this, for us to think that we are the most advanced ever, I just don't think it's true. I don't see it. Sure, we picked technology, but I'm a big fan of how the fuck were those pyramids built to a
Slaves.
T. Just doesn't make sense.
With thumbs.
Slaves with thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I can
even
tell you-
slaves, too good. It's just,
But here's-
it's too perfect.
Here's what I think. Here's my conspiracy theory.
Oh, let's go.
Is that it reminds me of this quote from Breaking Bad, when Walter White.
Let's see how long it takes him to get to the Jews after
Yes.
you, Lamorne. No.
So the Jews. So Walter White, remember Walter White when he says to his wife when she's like, you know, what if they come for us and what's going to happen to the kids and what's going to happen and blah, 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 blah. And he looks at her and he goes, I am the one who knocks. Yeah. What if we are the ones who've been like discovering other planets? What if we are the most advanced and what we've been doing is going to different civilizations, stealing things, stealing tech, maybe developing, maybe building, maybe what if we've been doing this forever? And we're just led to believe that, oh, there's these other beings that are out there that are it's almost like sometimes with like war. When we go and we start wars or we have these things all over the world, throughout the beginning of time, it's not always about what you think it's about. You know, the people, we kind of are like low on the food chain as far as information goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way above our pay grade. So
But we forgot that we did all this stealing.
no. We as citizens know, but the higher ups, we as citizens, we don't know this information. We never knew
Yes.
it. But my
Yes.
conspiracy is that we've been going out and we've been like pillaging other planets and civilizations forever.
But who?
I'm in. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by KiwiCo. Folks, we all loved playing games as kids. There's nothing more fun than going outside or building maybe a tree house or just having fun in the sun. But today, folks, every kid is on their computer or every kid is on their tablet or on their phone or whatever the hell it is. Technology is ruining us, but KiwiCo is here to make sure that kids remain kids. Because KiwiCo delivers seriously fun learning for kids of all ages through hands-on projects and activities. Each month, kids receive crates packed with engaging hands-on activities designed to introduce them to exciting science, technology, and art concepts. There's always something new for kids to discover, like engineering robots or learning about the science of ice cream. With 9 monthly programs to choose from, KiwiCo has something for kids of all ages, ranging from infants and preschoolers to teens and beyond. Folks, I love getting my nieces and nephews beautiful toys that also help them learn, okay, on KiwiCo. And I recently got them this Halloween motion suspensing spider because Halloween's coming up, folks. It's coming up. And we can make our own spider that senses motion and moves on KiwiCo. How cool is that? I highly recommend it. So folks, discover real science, technology, engineering, art, and math concepts through fun hands-on projects delivered to your door every month. Each crate is designed by real experts and tested by kids to ensure that every experience is age-appropriate, engaging, and seriously fun. Crates come with everything needed for kids to build, including materials and instructions. You'll be surprised at how high quality the materials are. So redefine learning with play. Explore projects that build confidence and problem-solving skills with KiwiCo. Get 50% off your first month on any crate line at kiwico.com with promo code GOODGUYS. That's 50% off your first month at kiwico.com, promo code GOODGUYS. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Nutrafol. Now, folks, I hate to break it to you. Even celebrities lose their hair. It's terrible. I know. I'm literally looking at the top of my head. I see skin. I'm watching a video of myself recently with a fellow celebrity chef, and all that I see is the top of my head going bald. And I thought to myself, what are you nuts, Ben? What are you nuts? Nutrafol is a sponsor of your podcast. Go back on Nutrafol. It was working. So, folks, I'm here to tell you that it's normal to lose your hair. But what's not normal is to do nothing about it. We need to do something about it because we're sexy people, and sexy people have hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Everybody's root cause of hair thinning are so different. So a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth just doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are all tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum and menopause, as well as for different lifestyles, such as plant-based diets. So folks, get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code GOODGUYS10. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GOODGUYS10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GOODGUYS10.
I just think like our world leaders.
So everyone got deneuralized.
Yeah.
What's that expression? History was written by the victors? Like,
yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
You see what I mean?
Yes, Vin Diesel, Victor.
Yeah.
Who's got it better than Vin Diesel?
He's never lost a race.
Yeah, think about it this way. Like the Vin Diesel characters come from somewhere. We don't know any Vin Diesel-like characters in our lives, like The Rock and stuff like that. We don't know them because they're all off in other planets, like beating up aliens and like taking over other civilizations.
I could see that.
I'm
100%.
in.
So
Yes.
The Rock and Vin Diesel in this situation, they've squashed their beef and they're conquering planets like Thanos.
Yes. Or Kang.
Yes.
I could get in on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. They deleted him from the MCU. I don't know who that is anymore.
Isn't Vin Diesel and The Rock having alleged beef? Or I guess it's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the most reflective, like brother story? They could not look more alike. Just like brothers, you know what?
If you're picking a side, if you have to pick a side, Vin Diesel or The Rock, who are you going with? Josh, you start.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm man. See, here's the problem, right? The Rock is that brother who you like feel like they're gonna protect you, but they're also the one at 6 a.m. being like, let's go for a run.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. And then Vin is the brother who's like, wanna go like figure out some mail fraud. You know?
Oh, they both love you.
Yeah.
But, you know, they have different ways of going about it.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
It's really hard for me to pick between the two because, like you said, The Rock, man of the mana, fellow POC. But then you have Vin, just the GOAT, right? Of street racing.
Amazing.
And of Riddick.
Yeah.
And made up his own language that when he speaks English.
Oh, yeah. He does do that. I got some funny stories.
I can't pick between the two. It's so hard, Ben. Don't make me do this.
Yeah,
You have to.
and here's why I can't pick. I worked with Vin once,
Oh,
but
tell us.
I worked.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's such a character. He is such a character that it's hard for me to be like, and on the low, like was doing so much for me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's I can't go into details about it, but like he's dope. But he is his own thing when he's on set. You know what I mean? It is the Vin show. And rightfully so, because he is, you know what I mean? Like he's Vin Diesel.
He's Dominic Toretto.
You know, that's what I want for my career is to get to that point where it is like I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I'm not,
Right.
He doesn't abuse it or anything like that. I'm just saying like that would be great to have to reach those types of heights, you know, in comedy or in drama. You know what I'm saying? The Rock, I don't know him very well. I met him once. I did one scene in Jumanji, and we met at the table read. But he couldn't have been like he was so nice and so kind. After doing the table read, he like stood up and was like, "This is proof that we can make this movie without Kevin Hart." and they gave me a scene in the movie, and I was just like, man, and I only hear good things about him. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I can't really choose, but I have a connection with Vin, I would say.
Tell me about this special Vin language. Or are you allowed to share?
Oh yeah. Vin, when he would talk with his close buddies on set, he would go, and they would be like, yeah, and they would laugh, and they were apparently understanding every single thing he was saying, and I just kept looking like, what the fuck y'all laughing about? Yeah, they were like. And I looked at him and I was like, "Why are y'all just laughing because he's Vin?" I was like, "He ain't saying shit." And he looked at me and he goes, "Shot Town, when you hang around me long enough, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about.
You were like, Mark Sinclair, you're talking gibberish.
I was like, you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
And then years later, I remember someone saying that about him. They were like, yeah, he speaks. He sometimes when he's like trying to communicate with just a couple people, he'll go, and they go, oh no, he's actually saying something. And you do have to be like around him long enough to understand exactly. And that's how they speak to each other. Wow. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This whole time I thought they were just doing a thing. And it turns out, no, this man has become such a goat that he doesn't actually have to speak. And people will understand exactly what he means.
God, he's cool.
I was like,
so cool.
He's the whole package.
He is Groot. He's Groot.
I really wanted to say The Rock. Like, I love The Rock. But after that story, nobody's cooler than Vin Diesel. Makes up his own language and forces his friends to use it. There's nothing cooler than that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes. And you imagine if you're on set and you're mic'd.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, like, you're trying to have like a personal conversation. You don't want to take your mic off. You start speaking in this coded language.
Good.
Where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, because those sound guys be listening.
Have you ever run into that where, because as actors, the three of us, like, you get mic'd up, you're wearing something called a lapel mic, so it's on your body technically for the whole day.
Yeah.
And it's all being sent to the sound guys, and in theory, they can control whether everyone else with headsets can hear it, but they can listen as much as they want.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you where like they were like, sounds like a rough night last night, Lamorne?
How does he know?
Luckily that's never happened to me. I've only worked with like pretty dope. No, I take that back. I did this sketch. I did I'm not gonna say where I did it, but it was the funny superhero sketch thing. You could look it up. But I just remember at the time my ex-girlfriend was also in it, so it was us two as like a mundane superhero couple or whatever. And I remember us having like a personal like conversation on the couch, like kind of like it might have been like sexual in nature. It might have been. I don't remember, just like being flirty with each other.
Sure.
And I just remember saying something funny. She laughed, but way across the room. But the sound guy with his headphones on also laughed.
Oh no!
Oof.
And I went like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked over and he was like, and he put his hand down. Motherfucker, are you? He was like, no. And I was like, so what do you know I'm talking about? And he was like, dude, no, I'm just, no. And he got so flustered. And I was like, this man is listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the one time.
Isn't the most famous story, and I don't know how rated R, I mean, we've made jokes about it. No, I think it's Stallone.
Oh.
Stallone was in his trailer, like, getting a blow job, and his mic was still on.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And the sound guy just, I don't know what he did with that information, but
solid.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
We'll get back in the ring one more time.
They call me Rocky, but it's pretty smooth, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, fight to fight. I'm a fair.
Oh my gosh.
man.
No, I heard. If you heard the story about, is it Pacino, or it might have been Pacino, where he's in his trailer and he says, I forget, or De Niro, I forget who it was, but he goes, damn, I have a headache. And he said that to himself in his trailer, and then like a few minutes later, a PA comes and knocks on his door with Tylenol. And he went and immediately fired the sound guy.
Damn.
Immediately.
What's your favorite Pacino movie?
Oh man, I mean, there's like the classics, the Scent of a Woman, and but I'm trying to think of like the ones I worked with him once.
Really?
So I got to get full Pacino up close.
Whoa, do
And
tell.
He was the greatest, but it was fascinating because my scenes were only with him. So halfway through the day, he's like in his mid 70s, and he would just like look at me and go, "Oh." He go, I'm like, are you full Pacinoing me right now?
I love Donnie Brasco.
So good.
Pacino and Donnie Brasco is great.
I like the one with Keanu. Is it Keanu Reeves?
Devil's
Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
I love Devil's Advocate. He was another level of disgusting in that one, which I thought was, and I love seeing, even though he's played a lot of bad guys and stuff like that, I do love seeing like actors that you respect in such a, and you hold in a high regard, just getting weird. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I love Denzel in Training Day so much. You know what I mean? Because we're so used to him being this heroic figure, but then you see him acting like a gangster and just like doing wild stuff. It like, it takes you out for a little bit of like reality.
Oh, yeah.
So when he was in that, when he's with the demons and he's the devil and all this shit, I'm like, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck you knew that ring was a fugazi. I'm dying to know.
That's Donnie Brasco. Brasco.
Can you do Pacino, Godfather Pacino, young Pacino?
That one, I
'Cause
can't. But
there's a little more here.
yes, yeah.
It's a little like lighter here.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I
Fredo,
can't do that one.
You broke my heart.
That's really good.
Fun
I
fact.
can only do the deeper one, like the Any Given Sundays.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
what does he say?
On this team, we claw with our fingernails for that inch.
Yeah.
It's so funny. My father-in-law played for the Jets for a decade.
Holy
and
crap. Nice.
Quarterback, true athlete. And so me being
Joe Namath?
yeah, he's my actual father. What? Ken O'Brien.
Okay.
Who all through the 80s and 90s and so I, being like having nothing to offer him athletically, just a total disappointment as a son-in-law, will be like, how about football movies?
Yeah.
So like I've shown him that scene from Any Given Sunday where Pacino's just laying into the players, just this epic coach speech. And he kind of was like, obviously, Pacino, like one of the greatest, like, you know, Oliver Stone, amazing movie. He goes, that has never, will never, could never happen. Like, it could not be further from reality.
Oh, that's
Like,
so funny. Like,
sick.
Can you imagine they come in and give like some passionate speech and then one player is like, the fuck you talking about?
Right.
Dog, I'm here to ball, man. I don't know.
Shut your ass up, man. Throw the ball, catch the ball, run the ball. Shut the fuck up, coach. When your mother is ringing the dinner bell and you're running in this project hallways. What's he saying?
You go, on this team, we
Wait, what did he say? No.
look at the guy next to you. I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that extra inch. You're gonna see a guy,
And he keeps going. And then Cameron Diaz walks in and you're like,
You're like, I like this movie.
yeah.
So, Lamorne, you brought it up. I wasn't prepared for anything.
Yeah.
But you did bring something up.
Yeah.
You love the movie Training Day.
Yes.
I too
Oh.
love the movie Training Day.
Oh, very nice.
You look at your phone.
Can I look at my
I just texted you a little something.
Uh-oh. Is it a script?
It came up green. So I don't know if maybe you're.
Oh, you texted old number.
Do I have the wrong number?
You were
Shit.
blocked.
No,
in the middle of the
you were
episode.
texting me. Hold on, you were texting me earlier
Shit.
before.
Sorry, Ben, we're not in the group chat. Fucking A, man.
I was going to say, Josh was blocked mid-ep. I don't know what happened.
It's not good. Mid-app.
Did you get my text just now?
Hold on. Let me see.
See, something
Yeah,
ever since my
Kyle,
SIM
we've
card
been
went down in
excluded.
New York.
Oh,
My
this,
two
Ben,
phone
I'm going
numbers
to
get
text you,
weird.
dude. Don't worry. I'll send you a text.
Yeah,
Ben.
we'll text. I'll send you a script.
Hold
okay.
on.
I just sent you a little something. Maybe it's a scene from Training Day. Maybe you could play Alonzo, Denzel
Are you
Washington.
Hoyt? Are you playing
And
Hoyt?
maybe I could play Ethan
I
Hawke.
would
I don't
love
know. I
that.
don't know.
This is a long scene, but
We'll
I'm
do
down.
like a page. I'll lead you in.
Okay. This is crazy. Hold on.
We could do. I believe it's the middle of page 88.
Page 88.
Page 88.
Scene 1A.
Let me get my voice right.
It's in the middle. We'll start
In
with
the
my
middle.
line.
What's
That-
the line you're going to start with?
That man was your friend. Ready?
Okay.
Action.
That man was your friend, and you killed him like a fly.
Friend. Because I drank his whiskey and he knew my name? Shit. I was playing his ass. That's my job. That's your job. Roger sold dope to kids. World's better off without him. He's the biggest major violator in LA. I've been watching that cocksucker operate with impunity for 10 years. Now I got him. This shit's chess, not checkers. Can't just slap cuffs on a cat like that. Look. Keep the money.
No, I told you I don't want it.
Just take it. Throw it in the ocean. Barbecue it. Just take it. It will make the boys feel better.
No, their feelings.
You're not making anyone feel. You're not making anyone feel you're on the team. Is that? That's out of order.
It's perfect. We'll just end it now.
Wow. That was unreal, dude.
Oh my gosh.
You do
Chills.
a better Denzel than Denzel. That was unbelievable.
I thought I was in the movie for a second. I don't know, Ben, what you feel like you were in the movie?
I have goosebumps. Like, holy smokes.
Now,
I thought I
Ben,
was
you
gonna
and
catch a
Kyle,
stray
what scene
bullet.
do you guys have prepared?
All right, we're gonna do something for my now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I'm gonna send
Okay.
it to you.
Life is a circle. It's a circle. I leave you key.
What-
I leave you key.
Kyle, you seem like a man who's where Pacino is not your only go-to impression. What else do we have in the arsenal?
Oh man, I mean, no one's specific, but just like voices in general. Like if I hear someone, I can kind of like mimic them.
Kyle, tell me about Dream Scenario. What kind of movie is Dream Scenario?
Okay. Dream Scenario is a masterpiece.
Cage.
That was Gary
That's
Busey.
so good.
That was Gary Busey.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I'm done. I have Nick Cage is like one of my favorite people. Walken, funny enough, another favorite of mine.
Yeah.
So when Lamorne, his new show, that is Spider-Man Noir with Nick Cage, I felt like he was almost more giddy to tell me he got the project than he was, because he knows how much I love Nick Cage.
Oh yeah. It was equal parts excitement. One, because I'm like, holy shit, I'm in this show with Nick Cage. But the other half of my excitement, just as much, was like, oh shit, Kyle's gonna flip out.
Yeah.
Like, he's been obsessed with Nick Cage. He's been such a fan of his forever. He'll post weekly photos of Nick Cage's like outfits, like on his Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was, he hasn't met him yet though.
No,
Nick Cage is the one.
he's so
the
cool.
man.
He's so
And
cool.
He obviously he's gotten shit over the years because sometimes he'll just probably do things to pay the bills.
Yes.
But every story I hear from those sets, even those like less exciting movies than, something massive, he takes it as serious as anything he's ever done.
Well, that's why he's so good.
Yeah.
That's why he's so good. No days off, man.
No, notice he goes full Cage every movie.
Full Cage.
And, like you said, sometimes the movies aren't as good as some of the other ones, but like you can tell he gives 110%.
His performances are.
Yeah, he's
great.
always good. Like no matter what, he's always good.
Dude, long
Like
legs?
jujitsu. Have you seen jujitsu?
No, I haven't seen jujitsu.
Bro, Ben, have you seen jujitsu starring Nick
No,
Cage?
but I've seen National Treasure, and holy smokes.
Yep.
Oh
That
my God.
fucking movie. Can you do a
Benjamin
Nicolas
Franklin
Cage?
Gates. What a character.
Can you do Nicolas Cage saying, "I'm going to steal the Declaration of
I
Independence"?
just love he's like, Riley, we're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. And Riley's like, what are we doing? Jiu-jitsu, for your guys' fans, if you haven't seen that one, it's unreal. Basically, in the future, going back to our alien talk, an alien comes down to Earth like every 1,000 years and challenges like our best martial arts human. And Nick Cage is that guy.
Oh, wow.
So it's Nick Cage fighting an alien, and the movie title,
God.
very creative, Jiu-Jitsu. Go check that one out.
Wait, when did it come out?
This one came out fairly recent, like within
Really?
like 5 years, I'd say. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got to check that one out.
Yeah. Classic.
On your podcast, we talked
Yeah.
about the cold weather Western I did
Yes.
in Romania. And I remember one of the stunt doubles, much like the film Jiu-Jitsu about Jiu-Jitsu, he was like, I'm a kickboxer.
Yeah.
They call me Kick. I was like, so literal.
Wait, you did a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I wish. Oh, man.
They call me Kick.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Did you call him Kick?
Josh,
Sure.
who's your favorite actor in movie? We know Lamorne, Denzel. Like, we know me, you know mine. What's your favorite?
Wait, what is yours, Ben? Because we don't know it.
Oh, my favorite movie of all time is Mrs. Doubtfire, and everybody knows Robin Williams is my favorite actor.
Dope.
Period. And we know Kyle's is Nick Cage, and National Treasure. So, Josh, you?
It's so hard. I mean, again, I really like this movie, Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah.
I'm really into chess. Ben just learned this about me. With Ben Kingsley.
Oh,
That
yeah.
might be the first time those words have ever been said like that. But with Sir Ben Kingsley.
I
love
fucks
it.
with Ben Carson.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Billy Carson.
So tell me about are you allowed to talk about the new show you're doing, or is it
Not
like
too much. It's set in it's Spider Noir. So it's
Right.
a noir. You know what I mean? It's I guess you could say. Yeah, what can I say?
I wouldn't
Don't
say
get in
nothing,
trouble.
dude.
Don't get in
Remember
trouble.
when Tom Holland like ruined whatever Avengers movie, and
Yeah.
then they just
Yeah. So no. So I'm just it's gonna be great. Nick Cage is in it.
But what is public is it's part of the Marvel Sony
Yes.
universe, right?
Yes.
Is there beef on the streets? If you see Kevin Feige, are you not going to make eye contact?
Well, he doesn't follow me on social media or anything. I think that's for a reason. You know what I mean? Like he hates me.
Wow.
I would love to be a part of both universes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, the jury's still out on whether they like me or not. You know what I
Dang.
mean? So I'm just, again, I comment and stuff. He doesn't respond. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Is this something that you're going to have to get in? Like, obviously, you're already in gorgeous shape, but that superhero level of shape.
damn Terry Crews.
Wow.
Okay.
So
You know what I'm saying? Creatine. Shout out.
titties,
Ben, I wish you were here.
titties slide.
I wish Ben Carson was here too. Give you a little mammogram. Manogram.
But no,
Josh,
there's
Josh,
no beef.
show him your arms. Josh has big arms. Show him your arms. You want to?
I'm doing all right.
Show,
Yeah.
show us the
Show
pythons,
'em.
I have,
Yeah.
but I have, I dislocated my arm as a kid and it never went back. Look at this.
Sammy, make sure that it's
What
is
the
it,
fuck?
is it getting
That'll
captured?
upset you, right?
Wait, do it
Oh
again.
my God.
Oh,
What in the Forrest Gump's legs is happening?
Called poverty, y'all.
I was broke, y'all.
We didn't have insurance.
So I ain't got no joints.
Good.
Whoa.
My mom tried to sue the YMCA. They settled.
Really?
oh,
For 140 million.
140 grand. And the Yellow Pages lawyer took 80%.
Isn't that weird how it works? If you sue somebody, the lawyer gets all the money.
They get most of it.
They get 3/4 or something like that, right?
It's wild.
That's so crazy to me.
but then you
It depends-
then you sue the lawyer
That's
when
right.
he eventually steals from you.
yeah, malpractice.
Yes.
Yes. So you
People-
live with Lamorne, yes?
Yes.
What's that like? I mean, he could be playing the long murder game. We could be halfway to murder.
Yeah, I mean, there is a conspiracy. There is a conspiracy, like, you know what I mean? There's
Don't
like
laugh at that, Ben.
There is like a,
Rebuke that.
a conspiracy that happens in society. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like when two people and everybody talks about it, two people of different races live together, that one person is always trying to kill the other.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
God
at
damn
all.
it, Josh! You
Yeah.
stepped in right into a trope.
Yeah.
bastard.
Look at you.
Darn it.
Yep. You know what I mean?
So sorry.
So yeah.
I feel like if we were to have murdered each other, it would have already happened. We're on year 12. We're on year 12.
Right, you're in.
Yeah, we would have already zodiaced each other.
But what is that? What does the living relationship look like? Are you guys in the kitchen in the mornings? Is it cute? Like, are you guys comparing egg recipes?
So
I'm
yes.
a big breakfast guy. I like eating breakfast.
Yeah. And I could go with either way. Well, I might have like a protein shake or something. But lately, we just moved into this house.
Right.
So it's a beautiful kitchen, and
It's fantastic.
love cooking.
Beautiful kitchen.
Love cooking. My daughter, I co-parent, so she's with me every other week. So on weeks where she's not there, it's like I can just
Oh shit.
meaning like I just wake up whenever if I'm not working, and like I might get a protein shake, might not. I might just grab make a coffee and then leave and go do what I got to do. But when she's here, it's very specific. It's like she needs to eat, so I get up with her. We do our ritual, make breakfast, which is usually oatmeal. She just loves oatmeal and she loves bacon.
Oh, love it.
So oatmeal, bananas, bacon, and then we try to give her eggs, but she says she doesn't like them unless her mommy cooks them.
My son too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All into the bacon, no eggs.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know
Eggs.
what that is. So breakfast, we're usually in the kitchen, so we double duty it. I work on her breakfast, Kyle works on the rest of the breakfast, and I'll make coffee. Wow. And boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and we've been pumping each other too, like hitting the gym
What do you
in
mean?
the mornings.
What do you mean pumping each other?
Like just getting pumped.
That's not,
Like a
that's
mo-
not how you phrase it, though.
Is that not?
no?
Yeah, you pump your bro.
Yeah, we pump.
Yeah,
with
pump
each
your
other.
bro off.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
That's not it.
What are
That
you
can't
talking
be.
about? Judgmental.
No,
You guys
the
pump, right?
Constantly.
Yeah. Okay.
Ben?
Yeah, see?
But Josh and I jerk each other off. That's what we do.
Oh,
that's okay.
My God.
Is that what you mean
That's
by
after the
like,
gym, yeah?
Like jerk? Like that's what we do.
Oh, you guys turn your back house into a happy
back
ending.
door.
Yeah.
We
But there's
cook
some nice
eggs
lighting.
and then jerk each other off. That's what we do.
You cook eggs and then you fertilize them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm cutting all this out.
No guts. No guts.
Lamorne, I was doing a little research before the pod, and I found something really interesting. I would love to know what this year in your life looked like.
Oh gosh.
So on your IMDb in 2011,
Oh Jesus.
you have you did an episode of The Middle.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Yes.
You played salesman.
Yes.
In 2011, you started your titular. Is that the word? Titular? Am I saying it right, Sam?
I don't know.
You very much of a defining role as the great Winston Bishop in New Girl 2011.
Mm-hmm.
What the did 2011 look like? You went from The Middle salesman to New Girl.
Well, the guest star, co-star, I would say, world for me was very brief. It was the only one I ever did.
Wow.
And prior to that, I was doing a bunch of commercials the year before. So the year before, I'd worked for every brand you could name. I think I did 50 something commercials in 1 year.
Wow.
Nationals?
Nationals, yeah. And prior
Dude,
to
this
that,
guy was everywhere.
and prior to that, I was dead broke. So
Wow.
like dead broke. And so once I started doing all these commercials, I was just kind of moving like this, and I'd never gone through a pilot season, and I didn't even have theatrical representation at the time. So I wasn't auditioning for shows or movies at all. I was just doing commercials, and my agents at the time were very happy with that because I was the #1 commercial dude out there.
That's unheard of.
It's crazy.
50 commercials in a year.
So then what ended up happening after that was Seth Yanklowitz, one of the casting directors for, who's the head of casting at New Girl.
Shout out Seth.
Shout out Seth. He said that he was watching TV. They were struggling to put together, Coach, the character of Coach. Saw a Vegas commercial that I had running and was like, what's that? Like, who's that guy? Let's just bring him in too. And just threw me a bone, reached out, got me in there. And right before that though, The Middle was just like my only, I remember auditioning for it. It was my only co-star. And then right after that was the same pilot season as everything else that was happening. And I was just getting offers here and there for stuff, but I was an unknown actor. So nobody knew, and no one was willing to take like an extra step on
Sure.
me. I mean, New Girl ended up taking 15 auditions total to get on the show. So it was like a real stretch. Everyone was like, okay, are we sure this is the guy? Nobody knows who the fuck he is. Like, are we sure this is the guy? It was like, okay, let's have him read again.
Who do you think you were convincing most over those like who was unsure 14 times?
Honestly, it had to have been studio. Someone on the studio level because they were ready to rock and roll essentially because I had 3 auditions for Coach. Then, long story short, I was again pilot season. So I got an offer on a show called The Assistants with myself, David Henry, Sarah Wright, T.J. Miller, Heather Locklear, and so it was this really dope show, and I took the offer. But you know how it works. You sign a contract at a test reading. That means you're in first position for that show.
Right.
So I remember sitting at the New Girl audition for the test and getting the call before I signed the contract. My agent saying, don't sign it. CBS wants to make you an offer, and it's more money than what New Girl was offering. And you don't have to go and test for it like you're about to go and do now. It's just a straight offer.
Whoa.
And so I was like, well, shit, I got to take that. And so I took it. Seth was pretty pissed off. Everyone hated me. I saw Liz Merriweather, Jake Kasdan, these people walk out of a room and didn't acknowledge me or greet me whatsoever while I was sitting there in the outside courtyard. So it was brutal, man. And then I ultimately ended up, like 2 hours later,
Yes.
Fox called after they went and read everybody and said, hey, if we make Lamorne an offer now, will he accept it? And they were like, well, it's too late. We were trying to get you the night before to make him an offer, but you were like, who the fuck is he? we're not going to make him an offer.
So you had already auditioned four-ish times at that? Or
Yeah, about 3 or 4 times. I want to say 4 times.
And isn't it, and I don't begrudge Liz Merriweather and Jake Kasdan and Seth for being disappointed, because I'm understandably so. But like, we're the ones as actors who 99% of the time walk out, head down.
Yes.
Because they said, not you.
Yeah.
And like the one time
Yeah, somebody said not you.
that it's lining up well, because you know it's like that spark, that moment, and you're like, come on, guys.
Yeah, really? Business. It's
Like
business.
it's the one time I'm getting 2 offers at the same time. That never happens.
Never happens. And so it ultimately worked out because, you know, they then got Damon to do it, which was an impossible thing to do because he had another show, Happy Endings, which everyone thought wasn't going to get renewed for another season. So they figured, oh, well, if Damon's available, great. So they got Damon to play Coach, crushed it. Happy Endings gets picked up for a second season, so he can't do New Girl anymore. So they need another character, and they don't want to reshoot what Damon already shot because it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was gold. So they wrote a new character in for Winston. And because I think the thing was because it was a new character that Liz hadn't developed over the years she had been developing the other characters, they had to keep reading. And they had to, I was reading, I mean, everybody, like Bobby Lee was reading, Exhibit was reading, you name it. They were like, I think they made an offer to Tyrese or somebody at one point, or Michael B. Jordan. It was like all
How
these
good
different,
would Exhibit have been?
Oh man.
Oh my
I saw him
God.
in 8 Mile. He was good in 8 Mile.
dope.
Welcome to Pimp My New Girl.
Yo, Jess, get your ass out here. You going on a date? Man, woohoo. I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
I put a fish tank in your room.
Oh my God.
Because Exhibit's a pretty dope actor. Comedically, I don't know. I haven't seen him in any comedies. Because New Girl, they improvise. That was my saving grace. You know, I'm not fresh out of Second City at that point, but like I was still on stages performing improv and sketch. So when it came to the audition, that's the one thing that I would say saved me was my ability to just say fuck it and just make shit up. Because I thought, oh, they want Exhibit. He's way more known than I am. Okay, so he wins. At one point they wanted Justin Hires, who's a dope actor. Justin Hires is charismatic and he's good looking and he's funny and he's all those things. But I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to beat him in some of those elements. I'm just going to improvise.
Yeah.
And so when it's like, oh, they want this person, I go, great. I'm just going to improvise. So I don't know how I'm going to win this role, but I'm just going to do the one thing that I know how to do very well and probably better than others at some point. And that's what got me the job.
What do you think was, as you said, right, up into that year and a half before you're broke, right? And then you spend a year booking 50 commercials, which is so unheard of. Yeah. And then the next 6 months, you book just a game-changing co-star in the middle. And then
wait, you were in Malcolm in the Middle?
No, The Middle, which is like a spinoff of Malcolm in the Middle, something like
was
that.
it?
No, it was just called The Middle.
I loved Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah,
loved.
Such a good show.
Great show.
But-
Is that Frankie?
Shout out Frankie Muniz.
But what do you like? And then you're getting an offer on the assistants, and then the New Girl happens. Like, what do you think was happening with you over that year and a half? What were you doing that clearly your spark was showing, your special sauce?
Honestly, I feel like it might have just been a breath of fresh air for casting directors, for someone that they have never seen before, but is performing at a level of people that they are used to seeing, maybe.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was a new actor. I had just gone away from it for a while. I came up, like I said, at Second City, Chicago. I was doing improv, but then I left acting to go be a TV host for 3 years at BET. So I moved to New York.
Wow.
And I kind of disappeared for a little bit, but from the acting side. But, you know, the black community still knew who I was, those who watched BET.
Yep.
So I had a little bit of a fan base and a little bit of a following. So people still vouched for me. Like, oh, that dude's funny because my shows were comedic, you know? And then once I showed up, people were like, we've never seen this dude before. And his auditions are good. Like, who is he? And then, you know, I guess word travels around. And also a lot of the cats that had been out here for so long had gone through the mill already. So everyone knew of them. Like there were cats like that were kind of like fresh faces at the time, like me and Eric Andre. Like all my auditions were with Eric. So either he would book it, I would book it. You know what I mean? Like I would see him at every audition, and we're still buddies till this day. But it was like Eric was like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Eric came in being Eric, doing what he liked to do, as opposed to trying to fit what the script called for.
Right.
I remember the reason why, I'm sorry to be long-winded about it, but the reason why I feel like it worked, I remember an audition for a Miller Lite commercial. This was like the first, kind of one of the first big ones that I booked. And I was so desperate. I didn't have a car. My car had been repoed. So I was borrowing a friend's car, and she was late for dropping me off. So she was late to come pick me up and then take me to the audition or whatever. Shout out to Stephanie Sexton. And
Great
we drove
name.
her, Stephanie Sexton.
Cool.
Sexton.
That's cool.
Even doper musician. She ended up driving me in her red Ford Focus, but we were late. And so I'm sweating. It's hot all the way to Santa Monica from North Hollywood. And I get there and they're like, Lamorne, did you read the sides? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I hadn't read them. And so I get in the room and I went, boy. It's like, fuck. But in those rooms, they had the lines behind the camera a little bit. So you can kind of get a glimpse of what it is. So I'm trying to be present with the scene partner, but I'm also trying to read the lines because I don't know what the script is.
Yeah.
And so I just started making shit up. I just started improvising so much that the casting director was kind of looking at me sideways, but laughing. But the guy over Skype, the director, was dying laughing. And he booked me on the spot and literally sent home.
Did you cry?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You did?
That commercial and then New Girl were the two, and then the Emmy nomination were the 3 times that I've cried.
This guy be crying.
I'm going to cry. Kyle, you cry?
No. When's the last time
I'll
I
get
cried?
you there.
I cried watching that movie, My Dog Skip. Shout out to Frankie Muniz. I cried during that movie. That movie fucking so sad, man. Ben, you seen that movie?
I have.
That is a sad movie, dude.
Not as sad as The Whale, but sad.
No,
The Whale again.
Dude, have you seen it? Have you seen The Whale?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I have been finding myself as I've getting older every year, like getting a little more emotional. Like sometimes a video will pop up on IG or something, and like I'm like, am I about to cry watching this shit? Like, what is happening? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe in my age, I'm crying more.
Kyle, I feel like you cry when Tom Brady, like you'll go to your room if like your soccer team loses or if Tom Brady loses. I feel like you go to your room, shut the door and cry.
It was a sad day when Tom Brady retired. I was sad that day. Yeah.
I'm going to cry when LeBron James retires.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That'll be the 4th time I cry.
No mention of your child's birth. No. Ben, what do you cry over? What sports star would you cry over?
I mean, when Kobe died, I cried for like a week. Like
Yeah.
that was that was like the worst thing ever. And it like hit like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
So like any like tragedy like that. And then I'm a diehard Knick fan like since birth. You know that, Josh. So like honestly, this season, like they didn't give me anything to cry over, but like they could have. They were so close. Like the Knicks are so
everyone
good.
got hurt. Literally everyone died on the team. It's crazy.
They did. But this year we feel really good. We got Bridges. I feel like we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry if we somehow make it that far.
I love Bridges. He ain't setting you over the top.
Wow.
I think that chemistry. I'm so happy we're talking about sports. I think chemistry. I think chemistry alone gets you further than maybe somebody more impressive than Bridges. And I think the fact that these guys are all ready to take pay cuts, they've all played together for so long, they're so happy to be teammates. Like I think you didn't need a superstar, you needed a great two-way player. That's what Bridges is. And I think Brunson is once in a generation. Like the guy is so good. And it finally lets Randall kind of take a slight backseat. Not that I don't like him. I think he's good. But like Randall's not the 2. Like the 2 is Bridges, or the 2 is OG, or the 2, like it's nice that we don't know yet. That's what a great team is, in my opinion.
Mitchell Robinson, is he on the Knicks?
He's still on the Knicks.
He's on the Knicks, yeah.
I watched this video of him the other day, going like playing like pickup or something. I had no idea his bag was like that. This dude was doing sham gods. He's stepping back. I was like, I was like, wait, if they just let him do that,
Yeah.
this is a whole different team. If they just unleash Mitchell Robinson, that dude is.
I saw that video. He looked like Wemby. What's your team? Are you a Bulls fan?
I'm a Bulls fan, but I'm a Lakers. Well, here's the thing. I'm a player first guy, so I'm LeBron first. So if LeBron plays for the Bucks tomorrow, I'm wearing a Bucks jersey. If LeBron plays for the Knicks, I'm moving to New York.
Wow. Kyle,
and that's saying a lot because I hate New York.
I also like the Knicks
with a passion.
Who hates New York?
Me.
You hate the city?
I hate the chaos of it. I love the people.
Yeah.
I love the people in New York. I just hate the geography of it all.
So we have one we have one segment left, and it's our what are you nuts moment, which is your gripes with people, places, and things. So anything big or small that's sticking in your craw, anything you're annoyed by, we'll go first. So you guys will have a moment to think about it. But before we get to that, so you have even more time.
Yeah.
Real quick, we get these things called speak pipe from our listeners. They leave us like a voicemail, ask for advice. If you want to leave us a speak pipe, go to speakpipe.com/good guys. Keep it brief. Brevity's key. And let's hear from, this one's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. Let's hear from Natalie.
Hello, good guys. My name's Natalie. I'll keep this brief. So I'm calling because I'm expecting my second child, which has been a huge blessing. And my mother-in-law just called me saying that she's going to try and organize her schedule so she can be here for the birth. Am I a horrible daughter-in-law for not wanting that to happen? Want your advice on keeping me real. Little backstory. Basically, anytime my husband is around her, I feel like I'm playing middleman, and that's the last thing I want to deal with postpartum. So looking for your advice, and maybe if you agree with me, how do I let her down gently? All right, thanks. Bye.
Wow. No, that's what she signed up for. When you decide to pop a baby out with a man, with a mama, she's going to show up. She's going to be grandmama, and sometimes she might be annoying. Not always.
Yeah.
But that's what you sign up for. You know what I mean? It's mixing personalities. When you have a baby, you're not just taking on that other person's family as well. You know what I mean? And so you have to be prepared for that. So you should feel bad because she should be coming. I didn't like that she had to like organize the schedule to get there. It should just be, I'm coming. You know what I mean? So I could see that might be part of the problem she has with mother-in-law. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Young Kyle?
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm going to flip the scenario. Like, say us guys shot babies out of our dicks, right?
Yep.
And like,
We technically do.
I wouldn't want my wife's mother to be there looking at a baby coming out of my wiener. So I get where she's saying, we're like, hey, show up at the hospital, but I don't need you in the room. You can come after. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with setting a parameter. But again, I've never had a kid, so I don't know.
Young Ben?
I think I agree with Kyle. Like, if I'm the woman in this situation, I don't need my mother-in-law staring at my pussy. Like, I don't need it.
Was that the thing? She's like, she wants to be in the room. Is that what? Was that?
That's what I heard, right? Or did I hear
I
it
didn't
wong?
think that.
I don't think she was clear. She
She
just said
showing up
she was going
to come for the birth. Doesn't mean she's going to be in there watching.
Oh, sorry.
Got
guys.
it. Okay, so then maybe I don't agree with Kyle. I agreed with Kyle when I thought it was that. It's tight. It's tough. Look, you need to respect her, of course. Boundaries are important, but respect is equally important. It's a tough call. Call.
You guys are all wrong.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Enlighten us,
It's
please.
time for the husband to step the fuck up. Sounds like he's a little bit of a
true.
soft boy.
Oh.
A little soft body karate. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
Clearly. I mean, she said
So
on the
true.
call,
Yeah.
right? She's running interference for moms
So
and
true.
for mother-in-law and the son.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
a 15-yard penalty.
Your wife is having your baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is the answer. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. And then it's his job to frame it with his mother in a way that makes her the least hurt. And you make a plan with your wife. You go, how about she comes the day after?
Yeah.
Or is there a way to have her here, but she's at the house waiting? Or she's somewhere where you're, and if you're not, then maybe is it when you leave the hospital, then she comes, right? Like you gotta make your wife comfortable first.
Well, I agree
Yeah.
to a certain degree.
Oh,
You knew who you laid down with.
That's
Yeah.
true
And
too.
you knew his mommy, daddy, daughter, whatever, mommy, son relationship. She knew the dynamic already.
Word up.
So she was like, I'm still going to pop a baby out of my butt for you.
a second one.
A second one. So you knew what time it was the first time.
Yeah.
And you were like, second time, you were expecting grown-ups to behave differently. People do change sometimes. It's hard to get people out of their habits. His relationship with his mother has been there since he was born.
Yeah.
So that's decades of whatever you got to that you're expecting him to undo just because you're having a child.
Right.
So
is
yes,
true.
to a certain degree, he does have to step up, but also she has to understand that's just life. That's what families do. Everything ain't gonna be rosy just because you're having a baby. It's still gonna hurt, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's still gonna hurt. That's part of the. If we could alleviate the pain, we would. Some people take drugs, some people don't. But that's a part of it. Wow. Mother-in-law showing up, being a pain in the ass, that's part of it.
I just know that I robbed the hospital blind when I had
Really?
kids.
Really?
Oh, please. I was like taking ointments, diapers,
Beds,
Formula.
machines.
EKG shit.
He's got a full-on medical staff in his basement, all working for free.
My big brother was like, you robbed that place fucking blind, kid. He's like, your insurance is paying for all of it.
Yeah.
He's like, they got those good swaddles.
It's not a bad idea. Next time I go to the hospital, I'm going in them drawers. I'm taking shit.
Okay, here's my Woody and Nuts for the week. And then, Ben, you can go. My Woody and Nuts is people who say things like this. I think I might just like go hang out in Portugal for a bit. What are you, nuts? Don't talk like that. You're not going to go hang out in the country.
Yeah.
Like, either book it and go, but don't like be nonchalant
Yeah.
about expensive fancy things. Like going to hang out in Lisbon and like you still suck. So what are you, nuts? Ben?
Nuts. My Woody and Nuts is I think we've reached a strange time with censorship on these platforms. TikTok seems to be in a weird spot, a little bit, I think at this point, over-censored, where you'll say something, it's taken down. Instagram, on the other hand, I'm scrolling in public the other day. All of a sudden, I see a big-breasted woman whip out her whole breast, and you see the breast, the nipple, and then she attaches the baby's head to her breast.
That's what
Yeah.
And I was looking at recipe content, maybe learning how to make a focaccia or a chicken parmesan, and all of a sudden I see this like triple D milky breast just like feeding this young boy, and it's like, what are you, nuts? Like, what are you, nuts? Get this off my feed. Like, imagine if my mom was looking over my shoulder and she's like, what kind of fetish do you have?
Yeah.
Like
You
milky
like
boy?
milky?
Like no. What are you,
Yeah, I've
nuts?
seen that feed too, Ben.
Kyle loves that feed.
Sometimes, you know what's crazy about that feed though is, Ben, that those babies, they're fake babies.
Yeah.
They're using like dolls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just to show off their boobs. Yeah.
And then their link to their OnlyFans is in the description.
Oh my
Literally.
God.
Oh, word?
yeah, they're
That's
fake
the hack.
babies.
Yeah, that's the
I've
hack.
never clicked through.
This country
Wow,
is
that's
going
genius.
down.
It's
Yes.
a breastfeeding hack.
It's bad.
What's
Yeah.
what's your what are you nuts?
My what are your nuts is those people that when they try to get off the plane like too early and then they're just standing next to you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, dude, what are you doing? We're not going anywhere for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they look down at me like I'm nuts. And I'm like, no, what are you nuts? And then, yeah, I hate those people.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
Airplanes in general. Airplanes are a what are you nuts? A cesspool for just nutsness.
Yeah.
My
that's
what are
me.
you nuts are the people who get so caught up in politics that they forget that we as human beings have a relationship with each other. We all have a connection. I think this day and age, and I don't want to speak on politics because I don't want to get myself in trouble. But outside of politics, I think we are too distant from each other. Like if we understood how much we all have in common, we wouldn't be arguing about BS. We just wouldn't. You know, the old racist man in the South hates the black dude over here. You never met him, but the news is probably telling you that this guy behaves this way, and the news is telling me that the old racist man is racist. Well, maybe he's not racist. Maybe I should go have a conversation with this old man. What's your gripe with me? We don't know that because we're too busy reading into politics. and what this outlet is telling you to believe or what that outlet's telling you to believe. And we spend far less time communicating with each other to realize we all want the same shit. We all just want to hang out and kick it. We all just want to
Portugal.
We all just want to go to Portugal. We all just want to
Hang
watch
out.
LeBron James play basketball, you guys. That's all we want to do. And then we start bickering and fighting, and it's just so much chaos and confusion in this world. So sometimes I want to look at people and go, "What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
I don't care what political party you're in. I don't care. Take care of your family, and I'll help you, and you help me, and that's what we're supposed to do. This world used to be a big village."
Can we hear Denzel say, "What are you nuts?" really quick?
What are you, nuts? Huh? If I'm a police officer and I find a pound of cocaine on the street, I'm not turning it in. And what are you, nuts? Huh? On this salary? You're out of your damn mind, sucker. Huh? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna flip that. I'm gonna put that on the street. Huh? Put that in my pocket. Go buy myself a new Corvette. Yeah, I like the new Corvettes. Yeah, they look foreign. But made here 100% in the United States. I guarantee that. I stand by that.
Wow. I think they missed that line.
Dude,
they should have had it in there. It sounded
So
perfect.
good.
What a talent.
good.
Well, Ben, take us out. Talk about the
Guys.
pod swap.
Guys, this was an absolute pleasure. You have to head over to Lamorning After and watch the episode that we just did with Lamorne and Kyle. We had the best time. We spoke about completely different stuff, which was great.
Yeah.
And so both episodes are awesome and highly recommend listening to their pod. And guys, before we wrap, anything else you want to plug besides Lamorning After?
Ooh, just make sure you tune into the Emmys. Hopefully I win.
Yeah. Let's go.
And if I don't
pulling
win,
for
just
you.
tune in to see what kind of weird faces I make.
Yeah.
That might cause a scene. And then, SNL movie, Saturday night. Saturday night comes out October 11th. So please set your calendars. And it's a great film directed by Jason Reitman with a hell of a cast. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah.
Love it.
We've been doing more stand-up recently, which has been really fun. So look out for whenever we do a show next.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
listen to the Morning After, and that'd be awesome. This was so
Love
fun,
it,
guys.
love it.
Seriously,
Yeah.
thank you for
We
having us on.
had
Thank
the
you,
best
Kyle.
time. And folks, this episode, as always, 5 stars. If not, what are you, nuts? Don't leave us a 2-star review. Leave us 5 stars. It's what this episode deserves. Listen to us Mondays and Thursdays. Follow us on Good Guys on TikTok, Good Guys on Instagram. Watch us on Josh's YouTube. Listen to us Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Listen and watch it. Double the views for us, folks. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, I forgot to ask you. Have you seen the movie The Whale?